Hello there, my name is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel. So, today we're going to talk about online entrepreneurs and online entrepreneurship. Now, when we get online to do business, for many people, they just want to start making money from the beginning. For so many people, they also wait for too long before they start making money. If you have been following me, you would understand my emphasis has been more on giving value because I understand that when you give value, every other thing is going to follow. So I'm going to look at real straightforward, some key things that we need to pay attention to when you begin to do business online that can actually help you to actually grow and expand. First of all, understand that when you're doing business online, it's a journey. I tell you a very short story. I remember when I first started one of my businesses. I was in education when we started. We got to a point where we got to when we got to the area that we wanted to establish the school. There were already big names, and so we decided we were going to come on top. It wasn't very easy. For years, we had to work. We had to do some sacrifice. Sometimes we didn't have money at the time, so we'd have to do some of the things like painting and all of that by ourselves in order to put the building in shape. And we had to do certain things manually because we needed to get this offline business to grow. Many of us, when we are offline and we're doing a business, you have a shop, you have somewhere, you have an office, you work on beautifying the office, making sure that it's attractive to people. So when they come in, so that they are comfortable. And you do all sorts in order to keep the business going. And we do this with a mindset that it will take a while, it will take some time for people to get to know the place, know the office, know what we do, and build trust and begin to give us work to do. We know all of that. And we work with that mindset. That is why, for many of us, when we start offline businesses, brick and mortar businesses, we're able to sustain them over a period of time. And some of us grow them into big institutions, big organizations, and companies. But I've figured out that many people, the moment they get online, the mindset is different. I get it. For many people, their understanding of the online space is it's a get rich quick space where you get in and you can get things done real quick. Truth be told, that people that get in, they probably get into affiliate marketing, network marketing, maybe e-commerce, 1 or 2 days, 10 days, 20 days, or 30 days, 60 days down the line, boom, there's an explosion financially, and they like it's a breakthrough. Let me tell you something. Those cases are outliers. It's not like that for everybody. Those cases are like they just fall. It's like 1 in 100 or 1,000. And so, what some of these people do, especially if they are careless or if they don't care about you, is they take that their one result and they run a marketing campaign and they make you feel like that's exactly how it is. That the moment you get in, if I did it in 30 days, I have the recipe, it's going to happen for you. My friend, it's not like that. Not exactly that way. Don't, it's no guarantee it's going to happen that way. In fact, there is no guarantee that they can repeat the results because any result that you make the first time and you cannot repeat the same result, you cannot get the result, that same result the second time or the third time, the first one was a mistake. Because sometimes things like this happen and they have no idea how it happens. Like an example I usually would give sometimes when I teach is that if you come from in most of these, like for instance, let me use Nigeria. You have an uncle that's a politician, for instance, and you ask him, Uncle, you're so successful. I want to know exactly how you did it and what I can do. And then he goes, you know what? Join a political party and make sure you are 100% loyal. How is that a strategy? Because he did not build a business, he does not understand the principles of creating wealth, of creating a successful business. If that's the case, he thinks it's about because he's been loyal to a political party or a political godfather, and then some fictitious contracts are given or things here and there are given. I'm just saying, I'm not into politics, I'm not involved and I have nobody. I'm just giving you an example. Then boom, there's a semblance of success, and everybody feels like I want to be like him. There's no strategy, so there's nothing he's going to pass on to you. So sometimes what you see online, people just it just happens for some people, not everyone, and they don't even know. They themselves understand how exactly it happened, so they can't teach you. Now they go on, I discovered something. I have 22 ways of they write a book, and boom, they want you to come and buy. Oh, I'm giving it for free. I'm not against any of those things. I'm just saying, hey, protect yourself by thinking about who you will become in the process. So, if you want to build a lasting business online, experts have said it over and over, research has shown it. The money is in the audience. So what do you do? Build an audience. First of all, so I'm going to use a process, the process I learned from from Miles Beckler. It's called ATM. First of all, audience. Build an audience. Now, if you build an audience, you'll be able to sell to that audience eventually. You see, the main advantage, for instance, that McDonald's has is where they situate their restaurants. It's a place where people can gain access to. Prime area, prime estate, location, location, location. It's key. So build an audience on social media that you can serve, because without a great audience, it is more like you own a franchise in the middle of a desert. Like you get a McDonald's franchise and you go and situate your restaurant in a desert. There's nobody there. It's all about people, people, people. Audience is the key. All right. Now, one way that you can build an audience very fast is by putting out evergreen content. The key thing is, who do you want to serve? How can I help people today? For instance, if you're watching this video, if you're not taking anything out, I'm sure you will take one thing out, which is I have said that many of the people that come online and sell you results, they don't even understand how they gain that result. It just happened. Sometimes it's 1 in 1,000, in 100, and then that they show you that they made it in 10 days, in 20 days, in 30 days. There is no guarantee that you're going to do the same thing. At least you're taking that home. So if you're buying that course, or you're buying the tool, or you're buying that system, and in 30 days you do not record the same result, you know that Stallone said it, that there is no 100% guaranteed recipe to success. It's only that when you do the right things, you increase your odds. Okay? You've learned that from this video. It's value, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know, maybe. Do you understand? So, do you want to serve people? So, is it YouTube you want to use? Is it TikTok you want to use? Do you want to go into the podcast business? You want to create a website, a blog? You probably are watching this video on my blog or maybe on YouTube. All right. All you want to do is to create trust and rapport. Make sure that people get to connect with you. People get to connect with you and they trust you eventually. So that brings us to the second one, which is trust. But before I get to trust, understand that 90% of communication many at times is kind of non-verbal. So I'd also say that if you can, you create videos. All right? Because when people see the body movements, the gesticulation, the subconscious part, which is very powerful, is being fed. So if you're listening to my voice right now and you're seeing me, whenever you remember the things that I have said in this video, if they make sense to you, you will most likely see my demonstrations, my facial expressions, the sincerity of my heart, which is displayed on my face. So if you can, try videos, right? Learn to make videos, and it's really important on various platforms. That's just going to give you an edge. So that brings us to trust. When you build an audience, they want to hear from you. They want to hear your stories. or they want to hear stories of other people that you have. They want you to always to they want to it's like you are in love with someone. It's like you met someone and their relationship is growing. There's a tendency you always want to see the person. You always want to talk to the person. You want to be on the phone with the person. Now, how you keep that going is through emails. Email marketing is another very powerful part, another very powerful way of marketing that is not I would say it's easy, but not very easy. It's simple, but not easy. So many people, when they can post on Facebook, post on Instagram, post on TikTok, do all that stuff to engage people, but email is a bit more serious. So many people don't want to get in there. There are some technicalities. You have to have an email marketing machine, subscribe to one. It could be Airwaybar, it could be anyone, it could be Builderall, just name it. All right. And then you have to create the sequences, the campaigns, and also some people don't want to go into that. It brings me back to what I usually would say: who are you becoming? So you want to become a strong online entrepreneur. You probably have the money to pay people to do this for you. That's fine. If you don't have the money, you would have to learn, you have to invest the time to learn the skills. So, what this does to you is that even when you do not make that big buck of boom, rank advancing, and all of that, the process of connecting with people, the process of creating email campaigns is making you somebody. You're getting some skills, you're becoming somebody that you were not a month ago, 2 days, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, because you're learning some new skills. Keep on, keep going, don't stop. And so, like I said, the second phase is now to take your traffic and then turn it into an email list. All right, take the traffic that you don't control and the ones that you control, put them together, start email campaigning. This video is not for email campaigning. There are so many technical videos out there to teach you how to campaign, how to run email campaigns and build your sequences and all of that. The reason you need emails, an email list, is because you do not own Facebook, you do not own TikTok, you do not own YouTube. Any of these platforms can shut down at any time. When I say shut down, I say 100% it is possible. I have seen large platforms or big online companies that are seeming it's like it's impossible for anything to happen to them, and we wake up one morning and the website is under construction, and that's it. Boom, they're gone. So anything can happen online. Take that from me. Anything. I think that was a year or 2 years ago. There was a time, for a short period of time, Facebook was off. Like we tried to do some stuff we could not. I think it happened. Anything can happen. But no matter what happens on any social media platform, your email list is with you. You can always send messages to them, connect with them, engage with them, and do what? Also sell to them. So remember, I said ATM. So the A stands for building an audience, which is which involves you maybe creating a blog, posting on social media, on WhatsApp, and all of that to get people to warm up, get them to know you and connect with you. Then the T is for you to build trust. And how do you build trust? Consistently send them email messages, follow-up messages. There are different trainings and templates on what messages to send. This video is not for that. I'm just opening your mind to the funnel, okay, of building a massive business online. Now, there are some sub parts in between, but this is important for you to know. So remember, like I said, you don't have control over those social media platforms. So that is why it's important that you have your email list. 90% of the time, we get the products that we buy or we look for, and when people talk to us or communicate with us via email. So it is more likely that you will create massive success if you know how to understand or use your emails. And there's another thing real quick before I go off, that I also want to say, that many of us want to wait until we get a product before we begin to build an audience. And that's like building a house before you build the foundation. The key thing is to get the audience. Go on, just go on. Get the audience. Go on, keep communicating, connecting with people. Even while you're building your product or building your service, start selling it, start talking to people about it, start announcing it. The right thing to do is to keep building your audience, communicating with people. Always ask yourself, how can I be of help? How can I serve? Very important. Put yourself in that position. Keep schooling yourself, keep instructing yourself. Now, I know it's not easy, especially when you are 100% dependent on the online space. I know it's not easy. Or you're 100% dependent on the business that you're building. It's like you want to make money right now. I'll give you an advice. I hope I don't forget. But before that, the M stands for monetization. So you need to have a machine that helps you to monetize, okay, that audience. So that's where you probably also consider affiliate marketing, getting a product that you did not create yourself, but you believe in, services. It could be network marketing, it could be e-commerce. You have a system built in place that takes people through where they fall into your audience pool, and then you create trust. You make sure they get to trust you through emails, and then by the time you introduce them to anything, because they already trust you. I remember a senior friend of mine said, whoever can drink with you can do business with you. So anybody that can have coffee with you, have a bottle of soft drink with you, a bottle of wine, a glass of wine with you, is more likely to do business with you because you've broken that wall of distrust, of skepticism, and the person is in a space where the person would love to do business with you. All right. So I hope that makes sense to you. Now, what I wanted to add, I hope I do not forget it, is when it comes to, well, what was it I wanted to? See, I've forgotten it already. I should have said it at the point in time. What I wanted to say, I was talking about you building a business and you getting people to, you talking to people about your products and services even before you create them. I wanted to pass a very valuable lesson. Okay, not to worry, I forgot it, but if I remember in any of the videos later on, I'm going to share with you. By the way, I hope that this has been helpful. All right, it's ATM, build your audience, build trust, and then monetize the process, and that's it. There are other nitty gritties. I'm sure on one of my blogs, any of the topics or subjects on the blog, or any of my videos, you probably will see I'd have to treat this at some point if I haven't treated it already. Thank you very much. My name again is Stallone-Obaraemi Samuel, and my sincere desire for you, my friend, is that you go on succeeding, but focus on becoming a better version of yourself. Until I come your way again, stay blessed, keep on succeeding, keep soaring, never stop. Bye for now.